morning, everyone. Just pulling out of the Paulson brake check. Headed down. Found rain on the way down. Yeah, it's definitely raining a little. I don't know what gave that away, but you seem to be correct on that. It's raining pretty good. Raining pretty good. My flag's getting too wet. It's not flapping in the wind. I've got a Canadian flag on the back of the truck that's flapping in the wind like crazy. I think as soon as we get up to higher speed, it'll be fine. It'll flap in the wind, rain or not. Because we're 2 weeks in the past for you guys, so Canada Day is coming up. So for you guys, Canada Day and Independence Day for the US is come and gone already, but for us it's still up, coming up. So we slept in Castlegar right by the unload spot. I'm like, you know what, just in case, I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. just in case this is one of those places that unloads at 6 a.m. 5:30 in the morning, I heard the sound of a gate opening right beside the truck. I'm like, well, darn it, apparently they start at 5:30. So I snoozed another half hour anyway. Nobody knocked on the door. Yeah, it was kind of fun yesterday walking around the area there. Did a geocache. Geocache hidden inside of a train car. Caboose of a train car at the museum. It was a good hide. Took a nice short little walk. Then we saw these people walking around with their heads down on their cell phones. I'm like, that's getting ridiculous. And then I remember that new Harry Potter augmented reality thing is out. So it's like Pokemon Go all over again. If we're out geocaching, everybody will assume we're doing the Harry Potter thing. And that was unload number 1 of 2. And then we drove to Nelson, unloaded the second load there. I was surprised they unloaded us right away, so it's just 2 bundles for Nelson. And then off to Klesnikoff to get this load. This one's just going to Penticton, so I'm like, perfect. I can't really make this run today. It has to be done tomorrow morning, delivery. I mean, we might be able to squeeze it in if we made a call and talked to the forklift driver and asked him to stay a little longer. But we need new tires, right? We got those tire issues, so it's like, perfect. Let's get those tires fixed. So I got 3 options of where I could get my tires fixed. I could have gone, taken a long detour, gone to Salmo, get them fixed there. That's what I thought they were going to go to. Talk to dispatch. Apparently Salmo's pretty busy, so it's like, well, we can go to Castlegar. I'm like, well, there's no big rush for them to be fixed right now. Like, I can safely drive on them. They're still legal. They'll pass CVSE inspection. It goes, we'll get them fixed in Grand Forks, and I'm like, yeah, that makes me happy. No more detours. Castlegar is a detour as well. Grand Forks is right along the side of the highway. You can just pull off, go off duty, give them the keys, and go for a walk.
Grocery store.
Grocery store right there. Popcorn inside.
Usually. Should have called ahead.
Should call ahead and make sure they got fresh popcorn going. Both wrong where we're going, yeah? We were both right about the pickup, but the destination's definitely wrong. But it's one of those short runs where can't really make the destination anyway today, so perfect timing for it was like it was meant to be.
I'm gonna go with Grand Forks.
Yeah, it's a really good Grand Forks to Seattle tomorrow. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I'd say that's a pretty good guess.
You would already have your 10-hour reset.
It looks like they're rebuilding it now. They've removed the whole side barrier, like the blue fence on the left-hand side. They've removed all of that, and then they took chisels and whatever hammers, jackhammers, and chiseled away all the concrete and ground away the surface of the concrete, so there's rebar sticking out everywhere. So it's looking like they're building it up, so it's going to be ready for pouring concrete here in a few days.
This is definitely, you can't be afraid of heights job.
Definitely not afraid of heights job because you're on the edge. Last week when I came through, they didn't have that wooden barrier on the right-hand side. It was just wide open, just flat surface. Yeah, it's the second time we've been stopped in a construction zone. Just out of Castlegar, we were stopped there. If I'd known it was such a long red light here, I would have turned the engine off.
Just had to say the word.
They're laying a lot of rebar in there. Completely rebuilding it. I wonder what the railing's going to look like, if it's going to be the same as the old one, or is it going to be a new railing. So they're going to be mixing the concrete on site?
It was
pallets and pallets of bags of concrete. Huh. I didn't expect that. I thought they'd have a big truck coming in and pouring it, but
maybe that was a truck that makes it.
bag concrete, they're going to have a small cement mixer. Weird. I was not expecting that. I thought it would have a big truck coming from Castlegar or from Grand Forks.
That's a light bag stuff. So
Yeah. Keep it nice and slow here. It's tempting to always upshift here. Keep it in 13th gear. I start the top of the hill at 11th. Before the bridge it goes to 12th, and then after the bridge 13th. What's that? Oh, I haven't overheated yet, but let's wait till the end of the week. Let's see what it's like at the end of the week. They're not in the clear yet, because 2 weeks ago when they cleaned it out, that's what happened. It lasted 3 or 4 days, and then it was worse than before. Upshift yet? Not quite yet. Not yet. Wait. I've got landmarks. RPM starting to get a little high right there. That's where I got a 14th. And if I wait till there, I will be at full speed limit as I get around the bottom corner. Flashers off. Fifteenth gear. Well, pretty slow that car up front there. Don't tell me I'm going to be on their bumper now. 90 kilometers. And 16th gear, and I'll stay in that gear. 95. 100. Just kind of maintain that speed. Out. And then we can stay at 100 for a little bit if the cars aren't slow. And then we have a 60-kilometer corner, a couple of corners coming up that we got to slow her down. And if I'm going 100 here, I'll need a little bit of brakes around that 60-kilometer, but not more than probably 10 psi of brake if I time it out right. No rain down here. Flag is flapping away like crazy. See it in my mirror. It's right behind the cab on the driver's side. So when we're driving, the aerodynamics stuck the flag out nice and straight, a little bit out towards the road, so even oncoming traffic will see the flag a little bit. So that's perfect positioning for it. Yeah, a couple of people already came and approached and liked the flag, so. Another driver said he's going to go get a flag too and place it on his truck. Forklift driver liked the flag. Okay, let's grab lower gears here. not have runaway lanes?
No.
No runaway lanes on Paulson. Pretty big pass. No runaway lanes? Surprises me. Must not have a lot of runaways. Pollen floating around. But we're supposed to be getting rain, so that would knock a lot of that pollen out. Of course, as soon as you get rain, the pollen will get knocked down. As soon as it's dry, there'll be pollen floating around it. Basically, while it's raining, there'll be no pollen. That's about it.
That's why the leather's so windshield.
Even with the windshield, you're getting some pollen through the... There's a deer there, and he's coming toward the road. Good. It's like, good. He went the other direction.
Kind of is a backstep center.
Yeah. Oh, now holy smokes! That minivan behind us almost hit him. The deer decided to go behind us. That was close.
Like, you know, I can't go in front of somebody. When they were running, so yeah, there's a lot of deer out there now.
I don't see deer here very often in this location, but yeah, it's like 10 a.m. right now, and they're out. Normally they're out earlier or later. Could be the rain and going, let's get to shelter before that rain hits. So yeah, I guess we'll be sleeping at home today. Make sure you go to bed early because you have to get up pretty darn early. You're ready for bed now? Yeah, I gotta figure out lunch and dinner. I'm starting to get hungry for lunch, so it'll be right after we get the tires repaired to have lunch. Grocery store doesn't make hot, ready meals, huh?
Too bad. It's just the chicken.
Like a whole chicken. Yeah. Don't think I'd be a fan of that right now. Every tire repair shop should have a restaurant nearby.
Tell me a lot next time for sale. Already planned, like, could have a meal with a
There's a big empty lot right beside it. They would that would be a very good location for a business, trucking or traveling related business. Have a truck stop there, a restaurant, have a parts shop there like a Napa or a Lordco.
Lordco's just down the road.
Well, Lordco's downtown. Hard to get there with a big rig. If they moved to that location, everybody could get there. Okay. I know there's no signs telling me to slow down yet, but I know this corner. Gotta slow down early. a lake. Always beautiful. I don't know what that smell is. I don't know what that smell is. Maybe rain hitting fresh tar. They paved this just a little bit ago, so. It's got a bit of a tarry smell, so it's got to be related to the roadway. Bicyclist ahead. Hopefully he's actually using the shoulder and not on the roadway. They've got the legal right to be on the roadway. Still find that very obnoxious when they do stay on the roadway when they have a nice wide shoulder. Yeah, he seems to be in the middle of his shoulder, so. Right on the yellow center line, give him extra room. Because of our aerodynamic forces, it wouldn't take much for me to wipe out a bike. And I've seen a couple close calls where the bike was all over the place behind me. It's like, hold on, hold on. When I've had those ugly loads that are really punch a big hole in the air. This one's fairly aerodynamic load, but so this one's not punching a big hole in the air. But some loads, if they're ugly, rough loads, they punch big holes in the air. In that case, as I go by, I push them toward the shoulder, and then once I'm past, I suck them back in. So. And usually because I'm running a Super B, I'm sucking them in before the second trailer hits, so it wouldn't be hard for them to get sucked underneath that second trailer. I'm always very conscious of the fact that I could suck a bike right in underneath those wheels when I have a rough load. I just always hope that the biker realizes that too. Because if he's not ready for it and I can't give him room, biker's in a very dangerous situation. And I certainly don't want the kind of day running over a biker. My fault or not, I don't want to run over a biker. Because a biker can't win against a big rig. There's no winning against that. It's like we're skirting the edge of a storm. We keep going in and out of the rain. Yeah, even nice and slow like this, 60 kilometers. That flag is perfectly straight out toward the back. Cool if we get a US run.
I think we will.
I saw a lot of, on the weekend, motorcycles and stuff like that flying American flags in Canada, so. going on here?
Oh, this kid was so happy.
That was awesome. When the kid's covering their ears right away, it's like, that was awesome, but wow, was that loud. Painting those mobile buildings very beautiful, very Hawaiian style painting. It's a good job of painting it. That sign there on the left hand side, that little fat penguin, I always see it as a face instead of a penguin. Like a traditional Oriental woman face. That's what I see it as from far off. If it's run by an Oriental owner or something like that, I think that'd be a pretty cool logo for them.
The other one is a big out.
Pigo Taco? A different restaurant? Oh, that's that huh? The food truck, okay. And what's the penguin one called? Portly Penguin? Okay. Portly Penguin Pizza.
It's a tongue twister if you say it fast enough.
Oh, Portly Penguin Pizza, PPP. Triple P. But I see what they did there. It's all three names start with P. It's clever. At 30 kilometers an hour, the flag is still sticking straight out. The aerodynamics of the truck make it absolutely perfect placement for it. What we got going on here? Painting crew. Looks like weed eater crew. Cutting weeds around signs? I don't know. He's got a weed eater anyway. We'll stick around 60 kilometers per hour. While passing any flashing lights, I think it's 60. Yeah. If the speed limit's above 80 or above 70, you have to slow down to 60.
If it's below 80, you slow down to 70. No, 40. Yes.
If the speed limit's below 80, you have to slow down to 40. If the speed limit's above 80, you gotta slow down to 60.
70.
Okay, it might be 70 in BC. Lots of provinces at 60. In some provinces, you have to slow down to 60 if there's lights on the other lane on the shoulder. I still have to slow down to 60. In BC, it is move over a lane or slow down too. Basically, you need to have a full lane between you and them, and then you can be at full speed limit. That's the way I understand the law. that's the that's what the law is intended for, to make police officers, tow truck drivers, ambulance, anybody, emergency equipment, road repair, people safe on the side of the road. If you're lane over, they have lots of room and you're not going to be hitting them. If you're in the lane next to them, they have to now walk between the traffic and their vehicle, which puts them in great danger, and that's why we have to slow down if we're in the lane right next to them. Which makes complete sense. It's a no-brainer that we should be slowing down for that. In Saskatchewan, you have to slow down no matter which direction. You got to slow down to 60. If there'd be a cop on the oncoming shoulder there, if there's a cop there, you got to slow down to 60 no matter what. Even though there's a whole lane between us. They went a little more black and white than we did, I think. I like our way. I like our way better because if there's lots of space, I can maintain my speed limit. But it leaves room for questions, a gray area in court. So as far as safety goes, it makes more sense to write the law a little more black and white. But I like the BC law better because when there's a cop on the other side, I can still do 100 instead of slowing down to 60. If he's not all the way on the shoulder, a narrow shoulder like this, you'd still have to slow down to 60 because he's in the next lane to you. But if they're pulled all the way off the roadway, I can just blaze by. I feel like I should set up a camera showing off the flag. Might be able to do that. Put the camera on the snow shovel and then aim it toward the driver's side. Last night when we came through here, the bighorn mountain sheep were hanging out along the side of the road. Saw like a whole herd of them. Let's see if we see them today. They were a lot closer to town yesterday. I don't think they've migrated this far this way, but sometimes they're way out here. And there might be more than one herd. I've never seen more than one herd, but you would think they would kind of separate themselves. And if they don't move, good luck finding them. tour this section of highway very often either because I consider it the boring section. These trees are planted way too close together. I think it's just a nursery. It's got to be a nursery because they're planted way too close together. Not an actual orchard. No signing anywhere that says it's a nursery, so it must be like a commercial nursery where they sell to like Ronas and Home Depots and Walmarts and stuff like that. They sell 100 trees at a time. Right here where we were yesterday, so keep your eyes peeled. Not seeing anything, but doesn't mean they're not there. There's some up there, kind of that little roadway 45-degree angle I see up a little bit above that roadway. No, I saw 2 or 3 there standing there. Didn't see the whole herd, but there's a couple of them there. Like right above that, it was right above that cliff face area there. Yeah, they're kind of standing up there posing like on guard type of a look. The rear guard for the herd somewhere behind the hill or something. To me, it always looks like they have guards out. Every time I got a herd, there's always like a big male in the front and on the back. Welcome to Grand Forks. British Columbia. Obviously not North Dakota. We ended up fueling here at Grand Forks yesterday. Thinking if we get the run that we're predicting, I'll probably not fuel up until after we're loaded and headed back to Osoyoos and fuel up at Osoyoos just before we cross the border. There we go. I got tomorrow figured out. I know where I'm going and I have a fuel plan. And I haven't got my dispatch yet, so. Huh?
I'd rather us go to Portland.
You'd rather have us go to Portland?
Yeah, and I take 14.
Yeah, Highway 14 to Portland would be fun. Recently I've been doing a lot more of those runs to Seattle, to Harbor Island, where apparently I've been taking the wrong way out the whole time and doing all these U-turns for no reason. Last time we were there, I found the shortcut. My GPS has wrong directions. And there's very poor signage, so you don't really know. Man, that pollen is just snowing down. Wow, that's a short green light, because it just turned green. I saw the people waiting at their light. I'm like, it turned red again soon, but I wasn't expecting it to turn that soon. I'm going 20 and a 50 here. Just a local driver, just meandering around? Is that all that's going on here? Nobody at this light, so it should stay green. Oh, okay. Found its throttle. Okay, good, good. Another yellow. Okay, through Grand Forks. Now we can hit the throttle and get going, right? No, no, Jess says no. Okay, let's pull into Cal Tire then. It would be just like me to forget. Just drive right by the Cal Tire. Oh, look. A truck just pulled out. Perfect.
This lot would be perfect.
Yeah, big empty lot over here. You could add a lot of stores here. I don't know, it seems like a good place for a restaurant, a good place for a convenience store. What are we doing? Uh-oh. Now, where is that RV going? It better not be taking my spot. Nope, he's parking up there. Okay. Okay, so it's the right-hand side is on the front trailer and left-hand side is the rear trailer. Okay, so we'll pull pretty far forward. We're going off the deck here. Pretty far forward, right there. All right, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna get some repaired tires and a new tire and some popcorn. We'll see you guys tomorrow.